So here we are yet again flying top tier, and today we're flying out the F-104J, and I got 5 full games for you today. Yes, 5 games in about what, 14 minutes? That's how short these games are nowadays. Right now I'm going to show you the entire setup, what I do, how I get those games, and then I'll show you a small summary what you can expect if you do everything right. It's still a very situational plane, and if something like Abyss, something like a Phantom, once you're dead, you are kind of dead. Thing is, you're on the US side, and the US side right now is very strong, because while you're facing F4Fs, NFs, SMTs, sure, the Abyss can be a real pain in the ass, but mostly the Phantoms will clean those up for you. You got 4 AIM 9Ps, you got a Vulcan, you got a very good roll rate, so all in all you might think, this thing is very good, right? Well, I have some news for you. The F-104 flaps got nerfed quite a little while ago. I think it's 2 or 3 patches, not the big ones, but 2 or 3 patches ago. And they absolutely butchered the turn rate. So right now it's very hard to really get snappy kills, dogfight people. I mean, the F-104 is not a dogfighter, but right now it's even less one than it was before. So you have to be, you kind of have to come in from an off angle, you kind of have to come in from an angle where people don't really expect you from. You need a line through the enemy team, you need an exit before you even come in, because if you come out of that furball and there's one guy chasing you and he shoots an AIM 9J, shoots an R60, shoots a magic up your ass, chances are you are just going to blow up. I'm not saying that you can't dodge anything, but it's very important in this thing that you don't get something on your ass, because chances are you're just going to eat it. Shoot an AIM 9J, not P, just not enough lead, so he dodges it. So I'm just going to chase him down because I want him out of the match. Phantoms are your main threat in this thing, really. Shoot a second missile. He didn't really care about the first one, so I'm not going to expect him to flare that one. He eats it, and that's kill number 1. And we want to exit. We don't want to loiter around. We don't want to turn in. We don't want to do any of that. We just want to make sure that we don't get anyone on our 6. So I'm looking around here, trying to make sure no one goes for me. And I have the idea that the guy on my left is going to go for me, so I'm just going to go straight. He breaks off. Perfect. And now I can slowly but surely start turning around. And here's something, there he is. FGR. I'm just gonna fly straight. I'm not gonna win a drag race with him, I'm not gonna out accelerate him. I'm just gonna fly away from him, hope he gets bored, and that's all I can do. If he gets on my 6, FGR is still doable in terms of dogfighting. If you get a Phantom E on your 6, on F4F, you're done. Biss outruns you, you're done. On cold maps you can outrun them somewhat, because your IES limited and not speed limited, and the Biss rips on the deck at 1360 on the top of my head, and on maps like Bulge you should just be able to go faster than that. Don't quote me on it though, and it's very risky, and if they start shooting missiles at you because they're in range, you are just going to die. You have to dodge and you have to lose a lot of energy doing so, and once you go below a 900 at 1000 you simply turn like 7 Gs. It's not enough to do anything. He stalled out, missile number 2. Get kill number 2, Mirage stalled out. I don't need a missile for that one, just turn it back off and we're gonna gun him down. And that's kill number 3. Turn around right now because Razor is dogfighting a MiG-21 in his F-104 and he just got hits on the guy. The MiG-21 is of course gotta be much more of a threat, so I shoot a missile at him at quite a far range, and it turns out that Razor had him, so I kinda yoinked his reversal here, but I didn't know that beforehand. He's shooting his AIM 9Bs, the AIM 9B is trying his absolute best to curve in. It's simply not going to happen. And this is what your ideal game is going to look like. If you have a team that is not able to support you, if you have a team that kind of leaves you alone, you're done. You're not going to do much in this thing. You really just need to come in second and you need to clean up the scraps. And right now, I know there's one guy left, it's an Su-17 and he's near the runway. And the Su-17 is actually a plane that's pretty damn scary. 4 R60s, it's faster than you, it accelerates with you, and it completely outturns you, especially when it unfolds those wings. So I'm just gonna try to run away here, and a dogfight, I will never beat him in it. I will just never beat him in a dogfight. Right now I'm just trying to see if I can get some energy, because he has a lot of fuel, a lot more fuel than me. The best bet is going to be actually reversing him, and this is very tricky. It's very risky as well, and if he plays it right, well, I'm dead. Right now I'm just simply going up, going to a little bit of spiral to see what he does. He just pulls up after me. He does not care in the slightest. So I kind of have an idea what kind of player this is now. That's all I did there. I assessed what he was going to do. He shoots an R60. It's not going to reach me. I'm also very low on fuel here. I turn a little bit better because of that, but I also can't really afterburn. This is also why I can't really do anything else. The quickest way to kill this guy is going to be reversing it. Right now I'm going Mach 1. I haven't seen a sonic boom in a while, so I know he's going over Mach 1. Right now I'm going 0.9. 95. 0.85, he breaks supersonic. That means I'm a lot slower than him. And just like I said in the last game, or in the last video, being slower means that the guy will pass in front of you even though your turning circle is bigger. Because your turning circle is a little bit delayed. Crit him completely. He's gonna go RTB and I don't have the fuel to catch him because I have to go RTB as well. So we both go RTB and he gets strafed by Razor. And that's the end of the game. It is going to be game number 2. This is actually a down tier. See, Yak 38 at altitude. Very easy missile kill. Yak 38s can't really dodge much. They struggle dodging AIM-9B, so when you shoot an AIM-9J up the RAS, especially at 4 kilometers, chances are, yeah, you're probably not going to dodge it. If you're watching this Weasel, I'm sorry, I did not actually realize until about halfway into the match. And pling, kill number 1. In down tiers, of course, this thing is absolutely disgusting. No one really rivals you. No one stays with you. You're much faster than everything you face. You have better missiles than everyone. Because why not make this thing 10.3? It's the exact same plane as the Chinese F-104J. Funny thing though, that thing is 10.7. And this thing being in a better team, because well, the Japanese and US teams right now are dominating, has a lower BR for some god knows what reason. That's not even MF. That's not that the thing doesn't have missiles. Lightning flies into the dirt. And we're going to simply turn around. In a down tier you can kind of just do whatever you want. You're much faster than everyone. You got 4 missiles, you got a Vulcan. So all you have to do is just have a little bit of patience, don't run out of fuel, and you can essentially kill the entire match. Of course it's in a perfect scenario which you won't come across very often. On the Hunter here, it's a Hunter F6. I do not want that anywhere near me, because the heat signature that you have because of this massive afterburner is, well, you guessed it, massive, so I don't want to be in range of an SRAM. I'm just gonna exit right now and I won't be in range. I can just fly straight, don't turn whatsoever. The more you turn, the worse, because the moment that rocket burns out, it explodes. You don't have to bleed it of energy, it's not gonna do you much good. So just try to outrun it. If you turn, you die. You will not outmaneuver an SRAM, ever. Got kind of lucky here. If he won that thing up just a little bit faster, I would have been dead. That's just how it is. Turning around for the Hunter here, and this thing is of course amazing at head-ons because you got that Vulcan. And the Vulcan, as we all know, has a lot of range, a lot of firepower. So spray a little bit, get a hit in, dodges 30 mils, and we go on our merry way. Another F-104 coming in. This is an F-104A. I have more power, but he does outturn me, so I want him dead too. And that's another crit in the head-on. Well, it doesn't say critical hit, but he's gonna go into the water very soon here. And now there's just 2 Hunters left, which are cleaning up my entire team, but one is hit already, and a Hunter that's already kind of crit is not gonna, well, dodge my missile. That's an FGA-9. If that was a Hunter F6, I would have turned off my afterburner because I do not want to get frontally locked by an SRAM. They will just completely, well, they will just pull in last second, and that thing is going to kill you. Right now, I can just fly away from this guy. No chance. 9.7, no problem, because you know I'm 10.3 and I get a 9.3 game. You don't get these very often. Mind you, this is not something that's very representable about the matchmaker. Unfortunately so, I probably would fly this thing a little bit more because it's kind of funny, but I don't like how unmaneuverable it is and how limited you are in your options, because you're kind of forced to just fly in very straight lines like an arrow. It's very boring, you can't really do a lot other than fly in, be a support plane, and if you have to carry, even against planes like this, look at this turn rate. Yes, I'm not using my flaps, but they don't do a lot anymore. Kill him in a head-on. And that's going to be kill number 3. Kill number 4 is going to happen very soon here, because that's the F-104. That's going to fly straight into the water. And there you go, 4 kills, that's the rewards. And it's going to be game number 3. And now I'm going to skip the entire side climbing part, because you got the idea. I come in from the side, boom, kill 1. I don't want to deal with that Mirage, so I'm just going to turn away from him. Exit. You need an exit plan, whether it's towards your team, whether it's towards an open space on the map. Just don't get caught off guard, and don't get people on your 6. And if you do get people on your 6, just make them bored, just try to run away, get a teammate on their 6, and they will die eventually. Right now that guy is only going Mach 1 and I'm going Mach 1.1, so he should get bored very soon here. There's an F-4E already diving on him, and there he goes. He's dead. Thank the guy in chat, and we're gonna do a 180. And look at how big these lines are that I'm taking. I'm not staying in the fight. You can't do that in this plane. You are simply going to die, and that's just how it is. F-4E has a MiG-21 on the 6, so I'm gonna try to help him out. Make sure that Mirage doesn't pull up into me. Prime the missile for the second guy. That dude is not dodging that. Good night. Mirage, also very unlikely to dodge missiles, especially when they're going this slow. So I shoot it off at an ideal distance of 1.5 to 2 kilometers. Depending on their speed, he goes up a little bit and he simply dies. Fourth guy right on my gun side. I don't need missiles for that. I shoot him down. And I did my job. There's nothing else to do here. The entire enemy team is dead. And that's just how quick these matches are. And that's just how it is. And again, different map this time, because we saw a lot of Korea today. And we're gonna zoom in from the side. And we're gonna go into this furball on the 6 of 3 people. Who do I missile? Go for the F5, because that's hard to hit. Missile the second MiG-21, because he's gonna be the closest. And that's gonna be kill number 2. And he's turning kinda... I locked the wrong dude, so I can't use my missile, so I just spray him with my Vulcan. I set him on fire, and that's going to be kill number 3 in a very rapid succession, because getting rear aspect shots is quite ideal. R60 coming in, not going to come anywhere near me. Well, I'm not sure if it's an R60, but there's a missile coming in, but he's way too far away. I see the boat motor burn up, it turns itself off. I should go left and right a little bit to bleed off that extra little bit of speed, just in case it's an R3S, because I don't want to get killed by a speed runner, as we call that kind of thing. And that's kill number 3, burning up. And now we're going to finish up the last guy, the MiG-21. It's kind of slow over there, he's going head on with the F-104. Not a big deal. Lock him up from afar. Should be a good missile hit if he doesn't actually pay attention. But he pays attention, he turns his afterburner off, and the moment he does so, well, the missile misses. Luckily I have a Vulcan, and that thing does not give a single damn about your flares. I need to go head on with his Mirage. I don't want to get magic, because he will. He definitely will, or at least he can. He can magic you, and that's pretty bad news, because you're not dodging that kind of thing, especially in the head-on. Unless of course you pull straight in, like I did in the video on the Jaguar. But it's not recommended, because if that thing picks up the heat signature again last moment, well, you're kinda dead. So, I made an exit, I flew away from the entire enemy pack, and there's a lot of people here not really paying attention. And there is AIM-9J number 1. Jaguar, pretty low on energy, going sideways, ass towards me, doesn't matter. Shoot second AIM-9P, kill number 2. Turn out of it, I don't want to get killed by that dude. MF doesn't go for me, so I can, again, just turn around. Now we look who we can go for next. The guy over here, Harrier, pretty easy missile bait. MiG-21 on my right, so I do need to be a little bit careful, because if he gets too close, then I simply die. He gets put on fire, probably not much of a threat anymore. I'm gonna lock the Harrier up, because he's a massive heat signature. Make sure that I don't get missiled by the dead MF. Harrier ain't dodging that. Good night. And the guy below me is on fire, and he's gonna burn up. Just kidding, he puts the fire out in a jet game, because of course, why not? So right now I want to finish that guy, but it's also not really worth it. There's another teammate around. FGR over there, as well as another FGR all the way over there. And he's on the 6 of everyone, so I'd rather kill him and make sure that we win the match. Because he can very easily, if they're not paying attention, kill everyone. And I'm not really having that. Right now I'm on his 6, I'm getting very close. He starts turning a little bit. Right now I want to lock him up, but he's going straight into the sun, so no use. Looks like he's using periodical flares, or whatever that thing is called, where it shits out a flare every so many seconds. Try to get a shot on him, I miss. He shoots another flare, so now I have a little bit of time, because the period is like 10 seconds on this guy. Lock him up, shoot it very quickly. He turns into the sun, luckily just too late. And that's all I have for you today. See you probably Wednesday. I said every day of the week, but tomorrow I have a little bit of a busy schedule, so you probably have to wait another day. And that's it. Have a nice Monday, and see you all in the next one.